Bayless do the same. Away we go, race 2. And a great start by the race 1 winner. Bayless has got away to a beautiful start. He leads them. Then Edwards. Yanagawa was third into the first turn. There's Aaron Slight fighting with Goretzky. But it is the 21 Ducati of Bayless that leads them down the back straight.
And this is it. This is the big freight train down there, and it is the big V-twin Ducati of Troy Bayless, race 1 winner. Right behind him, Colin Edwards, Yanagawa, Troy Corser, Keeley on the inside there of Hager. So off they go down to the chicane. Who can break the latest into here, and who's going to do it? And it is Bayless, number 21 on the Ducati, gets in there. This is the race at the front. These were the guys, these were the protagonists of race 1, and it's going to turn out the same in race 2.
Bostrom has got away to a good start, midfield, trying to improve on his 10th. Here comes Yanagawa out of the draft, determined right from the start. Look at the Kawasaki rider, and Corsa's out wide as well, but it's Yanagawa who leads them into the Oz curve the first time. An aggressive Corsa is right up there, and around the outside is Noriyuki Haga. This is great stuff.
Yeah, Haga looked on the outside, but it's a long way round on that top line. Back up towards the centre chicane, and look at them, they're spanning out across the track, and it's the number 2 Honda that has the speed and the power down there. Yanagawa still in the lead as they go into that second chicane.
Edwards maintains third. Corsa, a great start and a lot more aggressive. He cuts across the ribble strip, shortens the corner. Crayfar's in there, Hayden's in there, and where is John Reynolds? No sign of John Reynolds. He pulled into the pits before the start of the race, and we can't quite see where he is.
Lap 1 and start of lap 2, but Edwards goes round the outside, the Honda lane, out he goes to the wide line. Can he leave the braking late into the chicane? He does. Edwards, number 2 Honda, takes the lead.
Bayless moves back up into third position. Haga fourth, Corsa back to fifth, and Aaron Slight is sixth. There is Frankie Keeley playing catch-up already, just ahead of Andy Mecklau. Goretzky inside the top 10, so too Fujiwara.
Well, Corsa's the man on the move now. Colin Edwards was pulling away from Yanagawa, but can he pull away from the 21 Ducati as they go round the Ust curve at the moment, the East curve at the far end of the circuit? The gap was 0.8 to Bayless, but we'll keep an eye as they come back towards the arena. Fastest lap to Edwards at the moment, 2:00.69, but that's a long way off the fastest lap we had from race 1 at 59.88 from Pier Francesco Keeley.
Keep your eyes on third and fourth. There's an interesting battle there. Here it is. Akira Yanagawa, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Noriyuki Haga, and Aaron Slight on 111. He's not out of it either. Look at the 2 Guerin Ducatis, the privateer Ducatis. They're going great. Borja is struggling. He's back.
Look at this, 41 Yamaha's done a 2:00.02, still slower than race 1, but having said that, temperatures are much higher. Obviously, if it gets hotter, the engines don't work quite as efficiently, and nor do the tyres, so not a bad time, but Haga is the quickest man of this race.
And Bayless goes into the lead, around the outside of Colin Edwards, into the Jim Clark chicane, runs high on the ribble strip, and Edwards is back in the lead, slips back up the inside.
That's a classic of going in too hot. When you go in too fast, you run wide, can't get out. Normally on these chicanes, if you have the choice, it's a better idea to sacrifice the first part so you get good drive on the exit. But Bayless had a go for the lead, didn't quite work, but he's just checking things out at the moment. That's allowed Haga. Look at Haga right on the back now of the 21 Ducati.
Up until race 1, Haga's best performance here at Hockenheim was a 5th. He's eclipsed that already with that 3rd position in race 1. Now look at him go. Nori Haga in 3rd position and is in the draft of Troy Bayless into the centre chicane. Edwards, Bayless, Haga, your top 3, and his best personal lap in this second race. Here we go, a 2:00.47 for the number 7 Suzuki of Frankie Keeley. He's up into 4th. Look at these top 3. As Bayless tries to squeeze through on the inside, can't do it. Haga around the outside. This is great racing.
And now quickest lap again to Haga, again another fast lap. So he's the man, but at the moment it does seem to me that the Yamaha doesn't have the top speed. Bayless then got in there or came out of there very slow. Haga's on the inside down towards the Ost curve at the moment, but he doesn't again have the speed.
Top speed in this race for that bike there. Bike number 4, Akira Yanagawa, 310 kilometres per hour. There they are, top of your screen. Just coming onto the back straight. Now Frankie Keeley's in with a chance here to make a move on Akira Yanagawa again. Look at this, side by side, Bayless and Haga. High speed stuff.
Down into the first chicane, the Jim Clark chicane, as they whip through there. I would think that Pier Francesco Keeley possibly has gone for a slightly harder tyre with those problems he had. Maybe he just wanted to take things slightly easier at the beginning of this race, but he's coming good now. He's right on the back of the pack. He's lapping as quick as anyone. So watch number 7, Keeley, who I would suggest has a tyre that will certainly do the distance this time round. Edwards still has that margin. Into second place, Akira Yanagawa.
So we now have 4, and this is aiding Colin Edwards. The Tornado is starting to disappear. He's got a handy margin. It was almost half a second the last lap around, and we'll watch that and tell you as soon as they come across the line this time. Bayliss is under siege from Frankie Keeley. Back in 4th position now. He's made work hard. Look at Frankie, the veteran Italian, the crowd pleaser, the entertainer, Mr. Determination. It's a better ride in race 2 by Corsa on the Aprilia 2. Can Yanagawa perhaps bring up his first win at Hockenheim in his World Superbike career? Just 5 laps to go, and look at Yanagawa through on the inside and leads.
And so fast into that corner, but he keeps a tight line. No problem. Oh, and that was incredible because Haga tried around the outside of Colin Edwards. I think they touched. Haga had to back the throttle off and shut down. So that's given an advantage to number 4, Akira Yanagawa. He's got his foot out. His bike's blown up. Akira Yanagawa's Kawasaki's broken. Oil's coming out of that bike. Keep it on the side of the track. He's well aware of it. That is such a shame there for number 4, Akira Yanagawa, as he took the lead there and had an advantage. All the time they are battling it out. He's closing in the whole time. Keeley's not done with yet.
Look at this inside run into the Os curve where we know he is so good. Haga now takes the lead and does it on the entry to the corner. Look at Frankie Keeley. Here comes the Italian. A great run into the Os curve. He's not happy with 3rd. He wants to go better. The long run up towards the centre chicane. Now Colin Edwards pulls out of the draft. The awesome straight line speed of the number 2 machine. We have 1.5 laps to go, and Frankie isn't done yet. He's right there with them. He'll jump the curve, a wheelie, whoa, gets a little out of shape. Hang on to it, Frankie. This battle's not over yet.
It certainly isn't, and don't forget 21 at the back of this pack. As I said, the freight train coming down there, when they're 2 abreast or 3 abreast like that, Haga goes into the front. Now, this is where Haga's quickest. Through this section here, he'll be able to pull out an advantage, I think, over the number 2 machine. But the Honda is so quick down the straights, but Haga is just dynamite through this infield section.
It looked like it was all over for a podium for Bayliss, but that mistake from Frankie Keeley has allowed the Ducati rider up there. This is it. This double apex right-hander, the last lap board will be indicated. Here we go. Is it going to be like the first one? You get that feeling. Haga has got his nose in front. We've got 1 to go from now.
And Haga has enough of an advantage that the number 2 Honda can't get in the slipstream, but he doesn't need to. The Honda is so fast anyway. Haga will just be burying himself underneath the paintwork of the fuel tank, under the screen, weaving around. He'll probably be going from side to side to try and stop the Honda getting in the slipstream. The best thing that can happen for Haga now is that someone else can slipstream the Honda and dive past on the inside, and that would be the number 21 bike. Final lap now. Bayliss has a look around the outside, and look how much time the number 2 Honda has made up down that straight. He's right on the back of the number 41 of Haga, but Haga's quick through the chicanes, and we know how fast he is through the Oost curve.
You like good close motorcycle racing, this is it. Watch bike 7 in 4th position, Frankie Keeley. He's a master, he's a veteran, he's got so much experience, he's such a good fighter. Bayliss will have to keep an eye out. Here comes Frankie on the inside of the Os curve. Can't do it this time. That's the last time you'll see them sweep through this very fast right-hander at the bottom end of the circuit. Can Haga bring up his first victory at Hockenheim?
Well, the only way he's going to do it is to be absolutely stunning through this final chicane. We're coming up to the centre chicane. He needs to just get it through there absolutely perfect, not allowing the number 2 Honda to close in, and it is really goes. And Bayliss goes through into 2nd place. Bayliss has gone through. Has he gone too early? Look, and he comes across the top of the curve. But the number 2 Honda's on the inside. The Honda will out-drag the Ducati, and he does. He goes into 2nd place, but that's helped Haga. If Haga gets into this last corner first, he's won the race.
Look at this, it's a braking duel. Edwards goes back into the lead position. Bayliss isn't out of it. Haga's there as well. Hold your breath, it's over in a matter of seconds. What's going to happen here? Haga on the outside, look at this! That's the long way around. Bayliss tries to get involved and Frankie's up the inside. They swap, they dive, Haga's in the lead. Can you believe it? Take a look at this. Heading around the last 2, the double apex right. Haga, Yamaha has never won a World Superbike race at Hockenheim. Is he going to do it? Can the Honda get him? No! Haga wins! Unbelievable! Oh, Haga! What about that? What a fight!
They cannot take that man's license from him. Please give it back to him. That was a stunning ride. Look at the Yamaha guys. What a tremendous result for Noriyuki Haga. Give him his license back, please, because I want to watch him next week or 2 weeks' time at Misano.
Can you believe that? What a fight!